looks like it's trying to kind of form that other storm into it here. So, we may get another walleye or a base trying to develop, and it will probably be south down here. So, we're going to turn around here and just kind of watch it as these storms merge.
Yeah, Eric, we've confirmed that. South of Hollis is where it's all going to right now. South of Hollis here. So the new circulation is forming quickly here to the south of Hollis, and that's going to be Highway 62 for you folks along Highway 62 from Gould to Duke to Altus. That's a heads up for you. That rotation now is picking up pretty.
Corey, Inmon, are you still near Eric?
By about 4 miles.
Yes.
The original circulation here, which may or may not have produced a tornado. You're watching it there live there just north of Hollis. Continues to be disrupted because the southern storm is going into it. There's the time of arrival for the northern storm north of Hollis. So it's going to be over there toward Duke and maybe Manga.
Mike Bennett, are you still near Sayre?
Southern storm, which is increasing pretty quickly now, just southeast of Hollis.
Thank you.
Eric Dixon on that. That's a very quickly forming mesocyclone right now, southeast of Hollis, Eric. Show that to us. What do you think?
Take your next definitely. Right. I'm
half a mile.
5 miles.
Right there where that curve is.
So I'm fixing to kind of take the curve up head south here and turn around down, and I'm just trying to get myself out of the coming up on me here with all the hail here. But I'm looking back at it just my rear mirror there. And kind of, I don't see any lowering factor yet, so we're in an organizing phase here. But it doesn't take much to to bring it up like around here, trying to get some sporadic activity.
Okay, we're going to go back up to the northern storm in Beckham County now. We've got 3 supercells here right now. So this is an ongoing supercell with baseballs, and there is rotation there very close to Eric. Just to the east of Eric right now. Corey Inman is looking right at that one in Beckham County.
You can only go 2 miles. That's as far as you can go.
Yeah, Mike, I'm about 1 mile south of Eric, and I'm just on the west side of the small cloud. You can see this thing really started to beef up since you came to me last. We're starting to get quite a bit of rotation at the cloud base. There are a few fingers that are sticking out of there, but nothing that has screamed funnel just yet. But definitely an intensifying wall cloud just to the southeast of the Eric area. This is going to be 1 mile to the south and about 1.5 miles, 2 miles to the east of Eric.
Mike Bennett, he's also in Beckham County.
Yes, you can go turn here or go 1 more mile.
The location of that is very close to Eric.
I'd just stay on this. It's a fade.
Okay, Mike, yeah, I'm on County Road. I'm probably 5 or 6, maybe 7 miles southwest of Eric. There was a pretty good rotation in that wall map that changed the shape pretty rapidly. Got pretty low there for probably about 5 minutes, and it kind of lost that.
This goes all the way back to the highway that goes into Sayre. But then it only goes like 1, 2, 3, 4 miles past that highway, and then it dead ends. Scott, just look at the velocity.
And it's changing shape pretty fast. And so here we go. I think this thing, we may be on the way to be a tornado storm here.
Okay, let's go back over to cross confirm here with Corey Inman, looking at the same thing there. Folks, this is Beckham.
Yeah, Mike, we're just south of the wall cloud here. That area is maybe 1/2 mile just to my north. You can see it there right behind the antenna on the truck. And that thing is lowered considerably here just in the last minute or two. Just getting pulled over here to take a look. There is quite a bit of rotation at the cloud base there. Continues to change shape. There's some upward motion to it. So definitely rotation is on the increase here. And this is 1.5 miles, 2 miles to the east of Eric and about 1 mile to the south. I'm 2 miles south of Eric, and it's about 1/2 mile due north of me, right over this field here. You can see it just continues to change shape, a lot of upward motion and spin right there at the cloud base.
Mike, just an update from you there. Things changing pretty fast there near and just east of Eric, so heads up Sayre.
Yeah, Mike, we
Go up there. Where that mailbox is. Looks like you can pull in.
Pretty rapid motion. I'm not jumping up and down saying tornado yet, but it is definitely evolving and intensifying. The rotation's starting to tighten up, and it's just pretty amazing how many much this thing has changed shape in the last just a couple of minutes since we've been talking to you. I don't see anything the screaming tornado right now, but it is definitely on the way up, Mike.
Okay, let's go back over to Max 1. If you're just now getting home, getting an overview here, what's going on. So we have tornado watch till 11 p.m. for most of west central and southwestern Oklahoma. We have one tornado warning for Harmon County in the southwest parts of our state, and another supercell with a severe thunderstorm warning with baseballs and tennis balls in Beckham County along I-40. Eric, over to Sayre right now. So there's southwest Oklahoma. Here's the Oklahoma City Metro right here. These may...
Eric Dixon, you can see that south end of the cell, right?
Closer to 10 o'clock this evening. They'll come in from the west. Yeah, I'm really moving all that fast, but by very late...
Yeah, just keep an eye on that. And Corey and Bennett, you guys are in tandem on this.
Radar here. We had an earlier severe storm come through the metro, and that now is completely dissipated and gone. That produced some dime, nickels, and quarters earlier during the 4 and 4:30 hour. Supercells out to the west, and you see the developing mid-level rotation near Eric and Sayre, and a big complex here down in Harmon County with a couple of mesocyclones. We may have briefly had a touchdown a short while ago north of Hollis. Then the other supercell came into it, which disrupted that circulation, which is very much a good thing. But a lot of tennis balls and baseballs down here in Harmon County. It's going to be tracking over into Jackson County. There's Marfa. There's
Eric Dixon. Are you still near Hollis?
Here and south of Mangum, down here in southwestern Oklahoma. And there's your time of arrival there on the storm on the north side of Hollis. So you're talking
Thank you.
Mangum and Victory and Marfa, and then Altus. And then the area of rotation there definitely has come way, way down north of Hollis, but also an area of rotation now to the east and southeast of Hollis, which is picking up a fair amount. Let's go back over to Eric Dixon and talk about the storms in and around the Hollis area. Eric?
Yeah, I've moved to the east of Hollis, but now it's kind of out there right there. But we're on 62 east of it. We're trying to, the floor's starting to kind of take me over here, so I'm trying to stay out of that hill floor here. But it's starting to get just a tiny little lowering back in there. You'll see tag. It's nothing imminent. That would be to the southwest of we're watching that close, but I don't see the imminent of a tornado back in there, but it is an area you definitely watch. But we're progressing a little bit east here, just trying to stay out of that hill floor here so we don't lose our windshield and keep getting you up here. But we'll get back down, just watch it real closely. It's like our rearview mirror here. We'll turn around here and get you another shot.
Okay, Eric, thank you so much. Back over to Max 1. So southwest Oklahoma, there's your time of arrival. That new circulation forming, again, down toward Olustee and down toward Altus.
Corey Inmon, are you still near Eric?
Out of southern Harmon County right
Yes.
now. But nothing that's immediately tornadic in the immediate Hollis area, and that's very good news. That rotation has come down significantly, and the shear tracker of
Mike Bennett, are you still near Sayre?
great there to the north of Hollis, or even to the southeast of Hollis. It does have tennis balls.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Mike, still just to the southeast of Eric, and you can see right there, just to the left of the antenna on the truck, there's just a tremendous amount of rotation there. That thing continues to wrap around. Almost looked like a funnel, but it didn't quite do it. But just a tremendous amount of rotation right there in that one area, and the rotation has continued to increase the entire time. We haven't noticed any weakening to the rotation of the cloud base here in the last 5 minutes or so.
That's southwest wind.
Yes, we're getting south winds blowing into it now. So that's a little bit of a influence that we didn't have just a few minutes ago. So maybe a sign that it's trying to intensify just a little bit. But there's a tremendous amount of rotation there just to the left of the antenna on the truck, Mike.
You see that rotation rotation. It's going to be east of Eric and just to the southwest of Hext. That's Hext on I-40 right there, a little town right there on I-40, which is very close to Sayre. Here's Mike Bennett. Mike?
Okay, Mike, I'll tell you what.
Tornado warning.
Right there's the beginning of it, okay? That thing stretches way back towards there and feeds into this. There's a little bit of a break there, right there at that interface. So this storm may
Until 6:30, moving east at 15. Tornado golf ball size.
I'll
East
tell you
of
this,
15.
it's got a lot of precip. I don't know if there may be some pretty large hail out in front of it. It's got a lot of precip. Anyway, they've got tornado warning on now, so we'll continue to watch it. Rotation does definitely look like it's ramping up. Back to you.
Okay, so this is a tornado warning. It's going to be just to the southwest of Hext is where that is. That is a tornado warning for Beckham County. So it includes basically from Eric over to Hext, and Sayre is included. Let's go over to Max 1. We can show this to you. So tornado warning now in effect. Basically, if it were to develop and drop down, it'd be very close to Eric. And then from there over to Hext on I-40, there's Sayre under the tornado of Carter, Beckham County here. That is a brand new tornado warning. And there's your time, the mesocyclone there for you. There's your time of arrival on the mesocyclone portion. And it's got tennis balls and baseball size hail with it. The rotation is just on the east side of Eric right now, just to the southwest of Hext. Little town there just southwest of Sayre. But that rotation right there and the inflow is increasing on Doppler as well. We can see that. So that may help to enhance that mesocyclone. So we will see the lowering right here. Let's go to Corey Inmon, check that out. So Corey,
Yeah, Mike, there's actually a new mesocyclone that is formed back on the back side of it. You're looking at it there in the screen. This is kind of reminiscent of what happened Sunday. Just keeps, you'll get one beefy wall cloud and it'll gust out, and then you'll get another beefy one back behind it. And there's a tremendous amount of rotation there in that thing, Mike. So looks like that one formed really quick in a couple of minutes, and it already looks like it's trying to gust out as well. But there's a lot of rotation even at the cloud base on that thing. So this thing continues to evolve here. We're 3 miles to the east of Eric and 2 miles to the south of Eric, and this is due north of us. So tracking, like you said, to Hext and then on over to Sayre. But this new mesocyclone here is directly north of us, about a half a mile over this field, Mike.
We'll come back to that momentarily. A new tornado warning for that southern circulation down by Hollis. Let's go back over to Max 1. And this area south of Hollis, that rotation is coming up very, very fast as well. There's your time of arrival. Hollis is in the tornado warning. Circulation, though, is just south of Hollis, and it's moving to the east over toward Jackson County. And this rotation has picked up very fast. You see the hot colors getting really hot very, very quickly, just south of Hollis and to the west of Altus and Duke and southwest of Gould. Let's go to Eric Dixon here. Eric, that looks tornadic as well, right where you are.
Yeah, definitely kind of anticipating this other storm taking over, and Meso is starting to form. Mesocyclone, this rotation. About 3 miles east of Gould, looking to kind of like east from Gould to the southeast. Looks like we've got 2 circulations back in there, so both of them really got to take note of here. But that one you're looking at right there in the screen here is the circulation that's due south of Hollis, and then there's another one kind of south of Gould here. So it looks like we've got a kind of a situation here. We've got multiple circulations here showing up on the block here, but I don't have a lot of big lowering at the moment. Kind of got a little rapid rain current back in there, but that lowering and that tag that we're in there kind of throws it back up here. But we'll take a moment to kind of come back out of the ground. But I don't see any funnels or any tornadoes on the ground at the moment.
Okay, so yeah, that rotation there is forming very, very quickly. We see the 2 on velocity there as well. Eric, that almost looked like a funnel cloud coming out right there in the middle at the beginning of your report. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it was probably on a cloud. It was probably a quarter of the way down. But I didn't see any dust clouds on the ground, but it definitely looked like a funnel cloud. Kind of had that pointed look to it, and that was definitely spinning up in there. So it's developing for sure here. So that's it looks like it's going to be a little bit to the southeast of Hollis right now. And we got to watch this other circulation here south of southeast of Gould. So looks like we've got kind of a double Gould out here to kind of keep up with. Right?
So do you see both those circulations pretty clearly there? Because we sure see them on velocity. One is going to be southeast of Gould, or southwest of Prairie Hill, southwest of Duke. The other one is due south of Hollis, basically. So you can see both of those, right?
Yeah, Mike. That other circulation, I'm scanning the camera over to the left here. I'm looking at it. It didn't look too as pronounced as the other one. I'll get back to the east, or back to the west. It doesn't look as pronounced as the first the southeast of Hollis, but it definitely both of them are there, and it doesn't take much for one or the other to kind of work its way to the ground. So we're going to try to see which one's going to try to take over here, and it's developing here and evolving.
Okay, we're going to go back over to Max 1 and go back up to Beckham County. So tornado warning here. We have 2 tornado warnings right now. This one's going to be just east of Eric near Hext and just southwest of Sayre. So that is a tornado warning for Beckham County, and this one is affecting a lot more folks because it's right here on Interstate 40 in Beckham County. So up to tennis balls, maybe even some baseballs possible, and up toward Sayre there, and then from there near into the south of Elk City and over toward Carter is where that's tracking. Rotation is there just to the south of Hext, just to the east of Eric right now, and it's traveling a little bit more towards Sayre. So you folks in Sayre, you're under a tornado warning. Stay alert. Let's go to Corey Inmon live looking at that. Corey?
Yeah, Mike, still here just east of the the Eric area, headed east towards Sayre. The big beefy wall cloud that we showed you just a few minutes ago has completely blown out. There's not much there at all now. We're looking at a new mesocyclone that's developed here just due north of us. So kind of keeping our eye on the whole thing here, making sure we don't have anything else that redevelops just back to the west on the very tail end of this thing. But 2 areas of, it's pretty broad. We don't have the tight localized circulation that we had about 5-10 minutes ago. So just continuing to evolve, and we're right here tracking on the south side of it. So if anything happens, we'll let you know. Back to you.
Where is that going? So again, tornado warning for Sayre. And then from there up to near Elk City. Here's Elk City right here. There's Carter right there. Tornado warning, but no tornado right now. But there's your time arrival for that. Cell with tennis balls and near baseballs. Mike Bennett's looking at it as well in Beckham County. Mike?
Okay, Mike. Yeah, I'm just east of it. I drove up a little close to it, and we actually had an area. I've got traffic coming by. I know I can move the truck here for a second, walk the road, but we had actually had a area that was had really tightened up quite a bit. It wasn't real rapid, but it was localized, and I watched it there and watched it for about 3 or 4 minutes, and thought maybe, okay, this thing might be getting ready to, maybe attempt to put a funnel cloud down. It may have.
Back in, because I can't see it.
That's kind of guessed out now, and I've got some thoughts up here behind me.
He doesn't even know what he wants to say.
We've got the other meso that Corey's talking about developing north of it, and I don't see a lot of motion with it either. But this thing, I don't know. It's just we've kind of gone from that local rotation that I had a few minutes ago, and it's kind of broadened back out now. And that wall cloud's actually kind of developed into a little bit of a collar. I don't know if you can see that in the shot or not. I'll zoom out a little bit. But anyway, that's where we are right now, Mike. Right now, no tornado on the ground. It doesn't even look like it's about to produce.
Okay, Mike Bennett, thank you so much. So let's go back over to radar.
Eric Dixon.
One's in Harmon County. Notice the big...
Okay. Need you south on 34, like just before El Dorado, so you can kind of get south a little bit to see that south end. Where are you at right now?
Right there, and it's got some significant rotation with it. There's your time of arrival. Stay alert, Harmon County and Jackson County with that tornado warning and some pretty hot colors, red and green in there as well. Let's go to
Yeah, go ahead and get the Duke.
Supercell, that's for sure. Eric?
Yeah, Mike, you know, this circulation that I'm looking at to the east here, or the west area here, I'm on 62 right now. It's definitely starting to intensify visually. We've got a fault line that's trying to lower down here. Circulation is starting to increase just a little bit here. So we're going to reposition here, go a little bit east, and kind of drop south on 34 here to get a better look at it, get out of the hill.
Okay, let's go over to Max 1. So if you're just now joining us, getting home, we have a tornado watch in effect till 11 p.m. for western and southwestern Oklahoma. And as you can see, we have supercells in western Oklahoma. They're not moving very fast. So this will be 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock or beyond for the metro. It's now supercell here near Sayre and supercells here southeast of Hollis. This is western Oklahoma. There's Clinton, and the metro is almost on your screen right there. There's El Reno, and there's Chickasha right there. Oklahoma City just off the edge of the screen. And both of these have tornado warnings on them. Probably had one, perhaps, brief tornado north of Hollis, but this supercell is definitely increasing. Big hook starting to form on it, and tennis ball to baseball size hail with that. And that's going to be near Gould in southwestern Oklahoma. And the movement is to the east between 20 and 25. Not moving very quickly down there in southwest Oklahoma. There's your time of arrival. Eventually over toward Altus by about 7 p.m. Over toward Duke and Olustee as well. But the colors there are pretty hot, so severe weather certainly likely. Large hail damaging winds, and at least a threat of a tornado down here in southwestern Oklahoma. Let's get an update here from Eric Dixon, then we're going to go up into Beckham County after that. Eric?
Yeah, Mike, I'm moving east with it right now in a better position as it starts to approach me here, so I can stay out of that hill more. But definitely got a low ring, this kind of over to the south side of Highway 62. That would be coming into the area here, south of the south of it. So it's definitely trying to get that kind of circulation from us, especially in a low fire in there. So we're looking at some tax. Tiny funnels that's coming out of it here, so just head east with it. We'll have to give it around here in just a second to get better.
Okay, let's go back over to Max 1. Now we're going to go back up into Beckham County. Tornado warning here. I noticed that.
Eric, go ahead and get on down the road to the east where you kind of get out ahead of it and then dip south.
And you got to go back that way like
a little bit
3/4
toward the
of a
left.
mile to go back.
Got a couple of trackers on this. Heads up for Sayre under a tornado warning. Let's go to Corey Inman. Corey?
Yeah, Mike, still east of the Eric area. You're looking at the turning the corner here, so let me pan the camera for you. The new wall cloud that's formed here after that cyclone phase did have a couple of fingers sticking out of it there for a little bit, and still, you know, looks a little bit ragged from the southern end of it. Trying to find just one localized area of spin, and it's still just it's kind of broad. The whole thing is spinning. Not fast and not seeing a real tight area. Maybe having one area trying to tighten up right there in the center of the wall cloud. So we're just right here south of it, Mike. Continue to keep an eye on it as it tracks to the east.
It's over Hex right now on I-4.
Okay, yeah, Eric, you're just gonna have to stay on 62, but as soon as you get to Altus, you're gonna have to dip south a little bit.
25 miles per hour. Then eventually up Fort Elk City,
right
so
up
from Carter to Elk City heads up for you as well. But that tornado warning does continue. The circulation's back over Hex and just to the southwest of Sayre, right in through here. Let's go to Mike Bennett. He's been looking at it as well, talking about the Sayre area with that ongoing tornado warning. Mike?
Okay, Mike. Yeah, I tell you what, we're almost looking at about 45 degrees degree angle at our windshield, and we had an area just about 3 minutes ago that was really tightened up and borderline rapid. I mean, I would say we got up to about a 6 rotation, and it was relatively tight. But I'm not going to say it's anything off, and that's kind of caught me out there. Trying to get your attention there.
You're ready to turn. It's not that far. Follow that car. I'm assuming you follow that car.
But it has brought down.
No, they're going the wrong way.
It was really ramping up,
You want to turn right here to the
Okay, let's go to Corey Inman here and talk about that. Corey, we see that rotation. It's still definitely making tracks right up toward.
Yeah, Nick, the rotation continues to intensify. Yeah, sorry, Mike. The rotation continues to intensify again. Just on the left side of the wall cloud here. We're just due south of it. Getting ready to come right up to the back side of it here. As we turn the corner, pan the camera. Got a little ragged there for just a few minutes. It's still, it's still pretty ragged. Doesn't have the flat base look to it. Rotation continues to intensify. If you look just to the right of the utility pole there, that's where the most intense part of the rotation is. So, like I said, the rotation keeps intensifying, and this wall cloud keeps changing shapes. We're east of Hext, headed northbound on the county road here, just coming right up underneath this thing right now.
Stay alert. Let's go back over to Max 1. Got a couple things here we got to talk about. So over Hext right now, it's still making pretty good tracks right towards Sayre. So there's your time of arrival for Sayre. So we're talking about 33 minutes after. It's 19 after right now, so just about 14 minutes. So we'll zoom on in here to the rotation. It's back over here, but notice where it's going. So you look for the red and the green right there over Hext, but look where it's going.
Corey, that's your only
See
option.
that? It's going right up towards Sayre. So that's why you're under a tornado warning in Sayre. We'll zoom in a little bit more. So here's Sayre, the red and the green right there. That's the wall cloud they keep tracking for.
Eric Dixon, are you still near Duke?
And intermittently some rapid rotation. See that bright red and bright green kind of go up?
5 miles
see those little
northwest
eddies
of
of
Delhi.
rapid circulation. Look where that's
5
going.
miles
It's going
northwest
right
of
up there
Delhi.
towards Sayre. That's why you're under a tornado warning. Let's go back to Corey in here and talk about that. Corey?
Yeah, Mike, we're east of
South of Hext.
We're south of Hext. I'm sorry, south of Hext, and we're coming right up under this wall cloud here. It's just off to our east here on this road, coming in on the back side of it. Still have that one centralized area of spin kind of right over the utility lines there. Some little bit of broader spin off to the east on the front side of the wall cloud, but continues to evolve here as it tracks towards Sayre, Mike. Like I said, we're right here underneath it, so if that happens, we're gonna know it. Back to you.
Take your next right.
Sayre, stay alert, because it's not impossible. It could try to produce a tornado coming into Sayre. Let's go back over to Max 1. We're going to.
What do you got, buddy?
And this clearly is rapidly intensifying, and the rotation is coming up a bunch. So Gould right now, and over there, that's heading. There's out.
Okay, we're watching.
Is that a front cloud?
Look at the red.
Okay, we're watching.
Right over 62, right over Gould. Let's go to Eric Dixon. So Eric, it's really right over 62, maybe south side of 62, but that rotation is coming up very, very fast now. It's going to
When you
organize
get to the highway that goes into Sayre, you're going to have to go north because you can't go east anywhere. They all end 2 or 3 miles past the highway.
Definitely have funnel clouds back in there. The wall cloud is lowering definitely in there. I'm just to the west of the Gould right now, but it's definitely intensifying. His velocities are kind of up on
That
radar
wind's
here.
out of the north, isn't it?
Kind of got two areas
On the left side of the road?
Look above you here, make sure there ain't anything.
here to the left. We got that one right here.
No.
That rain shaft here. So it's an organizing phase here. We've got a big feeder band that's coming into it here. I'll kind of see the camera to the left
Stop
here.
for a second.
There's a lot of
Where's the wind coming?
flowing into this. It's definitely intensifying. I don't have rapid rotation visibly on the ground yet. No tornadoes. I haven't seen any dust being kicked up. But I'm looking over here, this circulation to the right here, starting to get a little bitty tiny funnel coming right down there in the center there as the stream starts to pick up. They're getting a little tag starting to come down there. So, we're getting really close to producing a tornado here. It's going to be the west of Duke, kind of the south side of
The problem is, Corey, the only way you can get back east is to either get on 40 or get on the highway that goes to New Cordell.
South, east, kind of a right turner. And
That's probably the road you want to be on. But you have to go through Sayre to get on.
Here, starting to kind of pull out
This one crosses the
here. So,
But it
we've got
ends.
two areas in this that's
And
trying to
1,
focus,
2, 3, 4.
maybe trying to
4
put a
and a-
tornado in here.
yeah.
So,
everything ends all the way down to Willow.
Definitely an increasing.
So you have to go up to 40 and go up to the highway that goes to Cordell.
Area, towards, possibly South Altus, on the south there here real soon. So Altus just heads up that, things start to head downhill. The storm station is starting to kind of the south side of 62, kind of east a little bit. So,
Okay, thank you so much for now joining us. So let's give you an overview.
You got to get going east, and as soon as you can turn south on the other side of Olustee and Altus, you got to get south with it a little bit, okay?
A little bit. It's got some hail with it. A quarter.
I'm talking like Highway 5 to Timpson.
Warning there, and a supercell down by Gould, which is to the west of Altus.
Same thing.
Supercell there. Notice here's the metro, nothing
right
near Oklahoma City right now. These will eventually approach the metro sometime near or after 10 p.m. So here's the overview again. We'll zoom on in and then zoom into southwestern Oklahoma. You can see, kind of get your bearings here. There's Oklahoma City.
Corey Inmon, are you still near Hext?
Altus, we're talking about west central and southwestern Oklahoma. Here's radar. So we're in the clear for the metro, at least for the next several hours, the way it looks. But eventually, this wave of energy will come on out as we head toward our chance of severe weather may be approaching the metro. These are going to stay, though, in western Oklahoma for the next several hours. We've got two ongoing tornado warnings. One is coming up on Sayre. The other one's down here by Gould to the east of Hollis and to the west of Altus. And clearly, that is a large supercell with a hook and at least baseball-size hail with it. Might even have some 3 to 3.5 inch diameter hail. That's got a great big hail and rain core with it, and a large mesocyclone as well. Where's that going? Well, it's moving almost due eastward, not very fast, between 20 and 25, and eventually over toward Olustee and Altus in Jackson County, out of Harmon County. But notice the red and the green there, right over Gould, just south of Gould, Highway 62. A lot of red and green there trying to fold over on itself, so that may be a developing tornado. Let's go back to Eric Dixon on that in Harmon County, down in southwest Oklahoma. Eric?
Yeah, we're heading towards Duke right now. We're going to get to a spot where we can head south, get to the safe spot to kind of look back at it. But, again, I'm looking in the rear view here. That lowering is starting to come a little closer to the ground. Definitely I'm starting to pick up some hail right now, so we're trying to get east with it here. The view kind of in front of us here, we got the Doppler on wheels just right in front of me, so they're studying this storm, so they're kind of tagging along with the Doppler here, looking back at it. But we got all eyes on it here, including National Weather Service out here with us to keep the folks safe out here in southwest Oklahoma. Particularly, we got to worry about east too, and maybe the Altus area here. But we are east with it, and we're going to drop south here pretty soon, get out of this path, put back up into it.
Just a little bit over a mile.
To intensify, possibly produce a tornado here real soon. Mike?
Okay, let's go back over to radar here, southwestern Oklahoma. So there's your time of arrival. It's in the McQueen area, Duke area, Gould area right now, moving to the east, east-southeast, between 20 and 25. And really clearly, the bright green and bright red are there. We'll zoom on in and take a closer look. The tornado may be attempting to form on the northern side of this, up along Highway 62 near Gould. So 62 eastbound to McQueen, and from there over toward Marfa and Duke, and then eventually over toward Altus.
Mike Bennett, are you still near Sayre?
And at least baseball-size hail with that as well. Big supercell down here in southwestern Oklahoma. Again, there's your time of arrival, and there's the red and the green there coming together right there in the Gould area, and that's where that tornado is making an effort to form. It's definitely continuing to ramp up, and it's a big, big supercell ongoing tornado warning. Yeah, 3 inch plus, 3 1/4, 3 1/2, somewhere between baseballs and softballs. Down there with that one. Here's the storm coming in back up to Beckham County. We'll zoom on in. Sayre. Hail now starting to fall in the Sayre area. Got a couple of trackers on this in the Sayre area right now with a tornado.
Yeah, Mike, I'm about 2.5, 3 miles to the east of Hext and about, I'm going to say 2 miles south of 40. And this wall cloud that we've been watching is just maybe a half a mile to my north here. You can see it's starting to blow out again. We had a nice bell lowering there for a while that had quite a bit of rotation with it. Tried to produce a funnel, but didn't quite make it. The left side of this thing is still spinning pretty good. Maybe in fact starting to look like maybe a little cone funnel trying to form here and hang down just to the right of the antenna there on the truck. But that thing blew out pretty quick, and it's already starting to cycle and form a new wall cloud there. So this thing's still spinning pretty good, just right there on the left edge of the wall cloud. So definitely bears watching as it tracks over to a Sayer, Mike.
Corey, looking at your wall cloud there, it may be re-intensifying quite a bit. This is going to be southwest of Sayer, west of Sayer, southwest of Sayer. Let's go to Mike Bennett. He's looking at it also live. We saw that velocity uptick with that possible funnel cloud about 3 minutes ago, and now it's leveled back off. But clearly a supercell ongoing tornado warning right here. Go Mike Bennett.
Okay, Mike, I don't know if you can see my shot. We're looking back at that 45-degree angle right in front of us. We're at 4 miles southwest of Sayer right now. We've got rapid rising motion here. We've got a rotating wall cloud. It's pretty tight. I'm going to say this area of rotation, this area spins probably, maybe a quarter mile wide, something like that, but it is definitely ramping up. Everybody in Sayer, okay, you need to be standing outside your shelter, or if you're not in it right now, because this storm, what I'm looking at right now, Mike, we're getting to be a 6, 7 on rotation. It's even, I don't know if you can see it in my shot here, but it's really starting to tighten up right here. And we're only probably, I'm going to say we're maybe a half mile, maybe a mile southeast of it. And we got pretty tight spin right here. We had some rapid rising motion there, but then that's kind of gone. But now it's just kind of localized here on the left side of this small wall cloud right here. So we're going to kind of watch it here. I don't see anything on the ground. I don't see debris cloud on the ground. I don't see any funnels right now. But I just got a lot of tight rotation right there in this wall cloud. And I think it's got it centered shot right there. So anyway, we're going to keep watching. And Rick, the north in the Sayer with it. Back to you.
Okay, back over to radar here. So the tornado warning has been allowed to expire at 6:30. We will see whether or not another one is reissued.
Eric Dixon, are you still near Duke?
30. It's 6:30 right now. Still we have quarter to golf balls common with this one. Supercell right over Sayer. We'll zoom on in here. The hail core basically is in Sayer right now, south side of
Corey Inmon, are you still near Hex?
toward Interstate 40, and the rotation center is just to the southwest of Sayer. It pulsed up there about 4 or 5 minutes ago, 6 minutes ago, but now it's kind of come back down. So there's your time of arrival there again, the Sayer area. But again, the tornado warning as of 6:30 has been allowed to expire, and the rotation back there on the southwest side is there, but it's not really incredibly strong. There was that little pulse up right there, southwest of Sayer, that little hot spot, and then it kind of went back away. Let's go back over to Corey Inmon, kind of get an update on that.
Yeah, Mike, and you can see just from our last hit here, the wall cloud is, it kind of went through its little cycling phase there, and then it just kind of broadened out. We don't have that real beefy, blocky look to it that we've had, for the last 15 to 20 minutes. So continues to go through a cycling phase here, but the rotation has really broadened out compared to what it was just a few minutes ago. So that's definitely some good news as it tracks to Sayer, but this thing continues to evolve, just forming that big wall cloud, tightening up, and then it'll blow out, and then it'll form another one. So we're right here with it, Mike. It's maybe a half a mile to our north as we track eastward Sayer.
Fire for Beckham County. Let's go to radar down.
What's your location?
It's now near and east of Gould, tracking that area there just south of Gould there, with an area of pretty strong rotation. So this is going to be traveling down 62 toward Duke, and then from there over toward Olustee and Altus in Jackson County. And there's your time of arrival coming out of Harmon County into Jackson County. There's the rotation, the red and the green, basically centered just on the southeast side of Gould right now. Let's go to Eric Dixon with an update on that storm coming out of Harmon County now into Jackson County. Eric?
Yeah, Mike, I'm just east of right now.
Okay, very good. If you're just now joining us, getting home, here's the overview for you over to Max 1. So these are quite a ways to the west. There's a tornado watch till 11 for west central and southwestern Oklahoma. And I had earlier briefly a severe storm not too far from Camargo. That's down near Byside. It's no longer severe. Here's Oklahoma City. And we'll zoom on in here. That little cell there is lifting to the northeast, no longer severe. And then back down over Beckham County, the tornado warning has expired simply because the rotation has not tightened up. It still has a mesocyclone with it, but the rotation has not tightened up. New severe thunderstorm warning for Greer County. To the west of Willow and to the northwest of Mangum, right there, new severe storm there. And then an ongoing tornado warning in Harmon County coming into Jackson County in southwestern Oklahoma, near and just south of Highway 62. There's Duke, here's Olusty, and here's Altus right here. And this has softball size hail with it, really big hail, over 2.75, 3, 3.5. And that rotation there is just to the southeast of the Gould area. And then Olusty over toward Altus by about 7:20. It's 6:35 right now. The rotation rate has come down on that some. The hot colors have kind of gone away on that. That's good news. Still very, very big hail, flooding rainfall as well. Let's go to Eric Dixon. Eric?
Yeah, I can visually tell you that that does look like the circulation has come down, but the storm is very well alive. There's a lot of free airspace to the south that's kind of going to feed into it. So, I wouldn't doubt that this thing is going to re-intensify that circulation. I've already seen that happen a few times here. So, we're not out of the gun. It's kind of a broad rotation.
No. Yes, sir. It'll try again. You guys be safe.
Okay, Eric, very good. Let's go to the overview here because now getting home. No watches or warnings near the metro till 11 o'clock, west central and southwest Oklahoma in green.
Okay, Eric, as you can, just make it to Altus and then south and try to get out ahead of it. We're starting at 6 o'clock news. We're starting with may have to get a little bit far south to get out of the cloud maze where you can see it behind.
10 p.m. this evening. That one tornado warning, we're tracking it very carefully. Let's go over to the news desk and we'll be back with updates here very shortly.
We know you'll watch it for us.
Dillard, it kind of looks like this storm just south of me is kind of choking this one off.
For a newly signed immigration law. This is the second lawsuit filed this week. Today's suit was filed by the ACLU. The first filed Tuesday by the U.S. Department of Justice.
Saying so just keep it to the east and see what happens when they get it.
Either one of those cells look great and they work with that Altus cell. So drift east with them. We'll see if they can get it better.
They can't. They'll be taken to jail, and once released, they have just 72 hours to leave the state. Attorney General Drummond, who asked lawmakers for the law, says neither the Biden administration nor the ACLU will keep Oklahoma from working to ensure public safety.
Also this evening, a warning before you list your home for sale or rent.
This is crazy. Thieves are watching and in some cases walking away with expensive appliances from vacant homes.
News 4's Maya Ward is on Crime Watch.
Multiple realtors are uneasy after they say thieves are breaking into their properties and stealing their appliances.
It's definitely a pain in the butt.
Scott Lewis says he had just put his property on the market this month, and within a week,
my house got broken into and the stove got stolen. The gas stove sitting right here.
Scott says the thieves also used a bed comforter and 2 pillows to camouflage the appliance as they hauled it away.
I think it was targeted because it was of sale. This has happened to a lot of people in the city.
Realtor Ryan Dunn can attest to that. One of his rental properties in South Oklahoma City was also hit by thieves.
Was there any signs of forced entry?
There wasn't. That was the most frustrating part. They found a way to disassemble a lock.
Ryan's stove stolen. He says he immediately went to Facebook Marketplace and found it listed for sale within 30 minutes.
They took pictures of the stove in the kitchen that it was stolen from.
About a week later, LaDonna Cotton and Devin Craig were arrested by Oklahoma City police. Their vehicle was caught on camera with a stove on top of it. Both are facing charges of larceny and burglary.
Lucky to get the stove back.
As for Scott, the break-in at his property remains unsolved. So he, along with Dunn, want to warn others.
I would just tell any of the other landlords, investors, that they look at like listing their house to like get the serial number off the stove. Those people are off the street, but this is kind of a bigger situation. There's a lot more people that are involved in this little ring of stealing appliances.
In Oklahoma City, Amaya Ward, Oklahoma's News 4.
LaDonna Cotton has had 3 previous convictions for burglaries from homes being sold. She's currently on probation for all 3 of those. If you have any information about the theft, call Oklahoma City Police.
Also this evening, a late-night parking lot attack. Police now looking for 2 people they say hit a man with a bottle of a taco truck. Here's
It happened right here in front of this taco shop. The suspect took a beer bottle to the victim's head, then left without a trace. Around 2:30 Sunday morning, in this parking lot at 29th Street and Kentucky Avenue, police were called to an assault.
There were 2 individuals that had gotten into an argument at one point. The suspect had struck the victim over the head with a blunt object.
The suspect no longer at the scene when officers got there, but police say a witness nearby took this photo, and it's all they have right now to find out who did this.
Released their picture on social media, so anyone with information, contact Crime Stoppers.
Hey, Eric, it's wrapped up pretty good. It might be rain wrapped, so as soon as you can, get us out and try to be back to your rest.
I think someone out there will be able to identify them. Obviously, pictures and cameras are a big help to us these days.
In southwest Oklahoma City, Hunter Elise, Oklahoma.
Dillard, do you mind if I drop south of this middle one?
Here's Forrest. Dylan Brown was there.
First, I feel like I'm on the lottery.
Rule changes hitting the State Department of Education board meeting, along with a new barrier between commentators and the board.
Like some states, I got picked, but I asked.
Willow and Brinkman.
I was told, no, you can't.
Now, a number system like a lottery. 10 names randomly chosen to speak. Many students who showed up Thursday didn't even get the chance to speak.
Several kids came today to talk to you guys, and then had to leave disappointed because of this new policy.
One student's name, however, was picked.
I've had 3 messages. Corey Evan, what's your location? Not seriously.
Students who couldn't wrote notes and
South of Sayre. Whose deal was that?
loud even person. Walter says he's changing the rules to stop paid organizers.
We had out-of-state activists that were paid to come in here and hijack these board meetings. You can go out there and look at all the signs that they have paid for and everything else. Why don't you go ask them where they got the money from?
Stop switching.
You like to turn everything on our administration. Ask us where everything is from.
When asked for evidence on the being paid, he gave.
I will share that information when I'm ready to share that information. That's the reason for the change there.
Oh.
We're all going to make sure that we're being
Hit
very
the red button next to each one.
Last month, parents